All right, so I'm basically done with this diorama. I'm probably gonna put a little bit more moss, and I was thinking about putting ivy, kind of wrapping the pillars there and maybe on the back wall. But the material of the ivy that I bought, which is this basically um, fish tank, you know, plant life type deal, may be too stiff and it doesn't, it may not wrap around correctly, so I may not do it. But anyway, wanted to get some close-ups. What I did this morning for the first time, I used an airbrush to kind of give it the effect of, you know, I don't know, I can see it better with the naked eye. I can't see it as well with the camera, but who knows. To give it that effect of, you know, kind of that effect of it being dirty and you know, it's a destroyed wall. So I wanted to make sure to give it the feel of, you know, it's dirty, it's old, it's dusty. So what I did is, you can see it there. I used the black on the airbrush, and then I used the brown to give it the feel of you know, dust and dirt. Did the same thing on the bottom of the walls, and then a little bit around. And again, I can't see it too much on the camera, but I did it a little bit around the holes that were made in the wall. And again, just to kind of give it that dirty type feel. So I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Definitely a lot of possibilities. I like the fact, and as I turn, I'm pretty sure these guys are gonna fall when I do this. Yeah, lift up the light a little bit, but I most of the time I try to create dials that are can be used for a couple of different, or you know, as many angles as possible. So for example, with this, I wanted to get some shots where, you know, maybe that angle, or let's say for example Wolverine running towards, maybe Sabretooth would be standing in the back of that wall. So you know, as always, that's usually what my goal is to give it as much use as possible in terms of different angles, and to give it some life, you know, so it's not a one-trick pony where you can't do much with it. So I'm definitely happy with this, and I can take some, you know, some shots from there. I can kind of angle it off so you can see kind of the archways, and can do stuff like that from above. So that's usually kind of how I approach these, and as is the case with most of my dioramas, 99%. I think I own one that doesn't do this, but they all break apart. They all become easy to store, and not only easy to store, but easy to take apart and easy to put together. It's all magnetized, so within a couple of seconds it is taken apart. It is about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 inches, and then as most of my dioramas is 2 feet across, so it's not too difficult to kind of put away. You can just stick it in the side of a closet or what have you. So, and that is usually my goal with these dioramas. So yeah, man, I'm happy with this, and I'm looking forward to taking a bunch of shots. This is one of those that I'll keep. A couple people actually offered to buy it, but I want to keep this one. And I probably wouldn't do anything with an archway ever again. Not that it was difficult or that I didn't enjoy it, because it was a good time. It's just, you know, to make it unique, make your own damn archways. But yeah, so here it is. Definitely happy with the end result. And just as easy as it is to take apart, it's just as easy to put together. Again, just because of the magnets, which is a real cool way of if you want to make modular type dioramas. Magnets are definitely the way to go. They're a little tricky, as regular glue won't keep them on, and I've had to find different ways of doing it, and finally settled with the technique of kind of, you can see it, where I kind of give it almost a welder's type deal. Cut it out, put it in there, this glue underneath the magnet, then it's I do a little layer around it so I can put the glue touching magnet and foam and it won't rip off. In the past I've put magnets in and just kind of glued it, and then after a while it just kind of rips off, or you know, it comes off. So this technique has worked so far, and it's the one I've been using and pretty happy with it. Yeah, so this is it. This is it. Peace.